Everything is not good between.
Y'all need to pay attention.
How do they build underwater?
Is the mysterious.
I require all my roommates to use a litter box. Hi, my name is Ivy Bloom, and this is my indoor potty area. It's pretty simple to use. You just do what you have to do, put the toilet paper inside, and then you must pour some black salt on top, which helps absorb the odors. Then, you cover it up with the litter, mark it with a stick, and write the time you used the bathroom. Believe it or not, the litter box actually helps pay our rent. On the 1st of every month, we scoop up all the waste from the spots marked with sticks, and then place it into biodegradable bags. Then we place the waste into nursery pots, because it makes really good manure that helps plants grow. My roommates plant a variety of different seeds and placed fertilizer blend in each nursery pot while I check the litter box for bacteria and sanitize it accordingly. Once the plants sprout, we sell them at the farmer's market on the weekends.
Ivy Bloom's magic fertilizer, come and get it!
It's always a lot of fun. We set up our booth and chat with curious shoppers. We also have a DIY station where customers can choose from a variety of seeds to grow their own plants from the ground up. Together, we work as a team. What started as a litter box has now become our way of building generational.
Is this real? Oh my god, they're literally selling their poop to us and we're just blandly buying it. And this is literally an issue for most farmers that have people where, feces contaminates product and then they're like E. coli or other things. Usually it's the lettuce, they say. Sorry, I'm just like, these girls are literally selling their thing to us. I'm like, what the hell? And now they're making it, hey, you can do it yourself. You don't even need the litter box. Just collect it in a normal toilet using one of those, like stool sample collector things. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to make this more efficient. We're gonna, welcome back, goons. We're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, I'm already spying. I'm trying to make this, more friendly, but unfortunately, this is exactly what you think it is. They selling you their CRAP right to your face. Hey, I got some more creepy, weird, strange For You page content. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
They're showing Antarctica as an ice wall.
I know I already talked about this guy and that stupid fucking hat. At this point, I feel like he's just got to be taking the piss. I don't really care if he believes it or not, because he's saying it to people who do believe it, so I'm gonna debunk it anyway.
This is called the Hammond Map from 1933, and you can research this up.
Ooh, rookie mistake. Don't ever tell people to research things as a conspiracy theorist, because then they will, and they'll see that you're wrong. I wonder why you cropped the map like that. Probably because its full name is Hammond's Air Age Map of the World. Map projection designed specifically to show flight times between major cities. Why it's got all these red lines all over it. Didn't think I'd have to explain this, but apparently with this guy here, I do. The world is almost a perfect sphere. Really hard to project the surface of a sphere onto a flat surface, which is why we've come up with so many bizarre map projections that focus on not distorting certain parts of the world. Since a majority of people live in the northern hemisphere, it makes sense to make a flight map that shows most of the northern hemisphere less distorted than Antarctica, where nobody lives. But yeah, no, the elites are hiding the ice wall from us, and the only place it exists is in this one air travel map from 1930.
Wait, I mean, all right, I understand not everyone likes the ice wall theory or may not be in terms with it, but hey, let's not shame this guy, all right? First of all, clapping back at Mini Minutemen here, prove it. Take a picture of the Earth. Show us a picture of the Earth. Show us an unaltered picture of the Earth, and I will believe you. Otherwise, all we have is these weird maps and illustrations that were put together in order to show us what we are traveling by, I mean, there's many variations of maps. Yeah, do your own research, do all the things. But I feel like let's give the Ice Wall guy the benefit of the doubt, because he's not the only one that believes in that,
So, pyramid. That you cannot mistake that for anything else but a pyramid. And it has everything, it's a pyramid. Don't argue with me. Have a good day. That's it.
Wait, is this the same pyramid that's also in Pennsylvania as well? Now it's in Washington too. Is it just a traveling pyramid, or is this the same footage being reused in wrong locations? I'm so confused. All the pyramids appear to be the same. Actually, they may have been the same, and they're now all covered up. So we need to Yes, we need to excavate it and we need to see the things and turn the pyramids on. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, but I can't find it.
I don't know if I can ever sleep again after hearing this. So it's very normal to talk in your sleep. A large percentage of our population does this. But I'm sure you're never expecting anyone to respond back to you. Stumbled across the most terrifying article today. This woman was using the Sleep Cycle app and ended up recording something that honestly might be sinister. Throughout the night, the app flagged two very clear, different, distinct voices.
Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka.
Yes, the audio is kind of funny, but she lives alone. And that's the scary thing about this. And the voice is incredibly clear, and not only are they talking to her, but she is responding, going, So she doesn't recognize the man's voice, but she does detect some sort of accent. If you ask me, this sounds like Fozzie the Bear. It also kind of sounds like Stitch. She explained that she had deadbolted the locks on her doors and there's no other way to get into her apartment. She doesn't know if this was paranormal or a ghost, but it really sounded like someone was in her apartment according to her. She just doesn't know how that would be possible. Now here's where things get interesting. She posted all of this on Reddit because she was really freaked out and wanted to see if anyone had any input. Someone said that they went to translate Waka Waka and it ended up being slang in Cameroon for do it, while baka means idiot in Japanese. People on Reddit think that maybe this creature or whoever was talking to her was telling her to do something and that not doing it would be stupid. Let me know what you think happened and come over here for more content.
Yeah, 100% she had a encounter of the paranormal kind. It happens. Yeah, they talk. You can get EVPs too. Yeah, electronic voice phenomenon. Yeah, it's a thing.
Check this out. This is a secret Japanese city built at the base of Mount Fuji. But it's not just any city, because this city is a real-world test lab for cutting-edge technology. All the latest tech in one giant town populated by real people. It's called the Woven City, and it was built by Toyota. Now, the coolest part of the Woven City is the road system, because instead of one main type of transportation, the architects split the city into 3 different road types. One for higher-speed autonomous vehicles, one for personal mobility with e-bikes and scooters, and a third with linear parks and human-only walkways. These 3 road types are then interweaved into 3x3 grids throughout the city, woven together like fabric to create the most efficient and natural flow. But this is only part of what makes the transportation system so great, because there's a whole AI logistics network built underneath the ground. Goods and supplies will move around the city automatically through underground tunnels with self-driving robots, delivered directly into each house through pressurized tubes. Now, all of the roads, tunnels, houses, and vehicles will be interconnected and fully tech-enabled. Think of it like having one giant living prototype. Eventually, the city's gonna house over 2,000 people, and this will allow Toyota and other companies to test new technology at scale in a real-world environment. I think this is a peek into the future of smart city.
Oh my god, this is literally 100%. They need the tunnels, so they already planning ahead. So all the smart cities gonna have tunnels. Yeah, we just need to, transport these goods underground. Well, there's no other reason. You stop it. You stop it. We know exactly what's going on here. You stop it with these smart cities. No, they're not smart. They're not smart at all. We're the smart ones that know. Stay away. Stay away from all tunnel type buildings and anything that's a 20-minute city. Nah.
If we go back to the surveillance theory, right? Okay, so I have my planes that are searching for radiation or some material that are flying in their consistent pattern, and then I'm gonna pop one really high that's just gonna sort of scan to try to get more of a global view of everything. And if it catches a little radiation signature here, then maybe it pushes the wing drones to go closer to that. So I think they're part of a detection.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure the drones are just us. We're just doing the surveillance things, just like all the other countries are doing. Yeah, started off with weather balloons, now it's just the drones. It's basically how it is.
This device has shown me something very different. So we're just looking at the old world right here, just so you guys can see this. Somebody said that's a proper VR headset. Yeah, that's what that is right there. Like when you look at the pyramid and all the buildings surrounding Egypt, it's completely in shambles because when you look at old stereoscope photos of Egypt, you see giants. That's why a lot of the stuff over in Egypt is all completely destroyed. And they were having wars. Right? That's what they told you. They were having wars over, this person was allegedly fighting this person. What they were really doing was blowing up a lot of that stuff so that people couldn't see the old world. For example, when you start to see that everything is just remarkable, in the old world, you also begin to understand Egypt too looked a lot like this. And then you start asking questions. For example, if they already have electricity and gas light bulbs and all kinds of technologies that are already here, but stereoscope photos show you something different. And it's truly mind-blowing. The more I would go into this, let me get you another one. And I like color, because color kind of gives you a little bit of different way of seeing something. St. Louis World Fair. Check that. Oh, yeah. We were just tossing up.
Wait, so the stereoscope is actual, like, pictures back in the day? Or was it just, like... I have so many questions. But at the same time, we know they hide in the things. They keep doing them resets with them fires, and everything gets hidden away. And then we rewrite history with only the books that we deem fit. So that way in the future, we can only tell what we have written down, because history is only on those written accounts and no one's actually checking. Hey, is this historian being truthful or not? But hey, we'll see. We'll see what they'll say about our time period as we continue.
It looks like everything is not good between Drake and DJ Khaled. Drake is denying being featured on Khaled's upcoming album, despite DJ Khaled announcing that he is featured on 2 songs. Yesterday, DJ Khaled shared a 7-minute trailer for his upcoming album. The trailer stars Mark Wahlberg and Anthony Ramos. In it, Mark's character hires Anthony's character to steal DJ Khaled's new album before it's released. At one point, Mark's character says he's got 2 Drake songs on the album.
This guy's got 2 Drake songs on it, okay, 2.
But Drake himself stepped into the comment section writing "must be Drake Bell" with this emoji. In response, DJ Khaled deleted the entire trailer. The same announcement and video is still posted on his Twitter page. In it, he says, "FYI, Drake's back to work, so am I. This the one with 2 Drakes," and he tagged Drake in it. If you want to watch the entire trailer, it is still on DJ Khaled's Twitter page. But like I said, he fully deleted it from Instagram after Drake commented this. Now, DJ Khaled has been promoting 2 Drake features on his new album since 2022, but clearly some things have changed on Drake's end since then. They have collaborated many times in the past, but a lot of fans are assuming that Drake is pissed because DJ Khaled never spoke up in defense of him during the Kendrick Lamar beef. I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out. Let me know your thoughts down below and follow me for more.
Yeah, I am 100% trying to see how Drake comes back from this, because, like, hey, it is not looking good for him. Kendrick Lamar just completely swept him. And you know what? Stop hating on DJ Khaled, bro. Hey, come on now. He's just trying to help you out. You need them 2 features so that we can come back to the top and beat Kendrick back again. Come on now, Drake. We know. A minor. We know everything. Hey, you made it to this point. You're a goon. You already know you're a goon, so this is your reminder. Can you do the things? Interact with this video and interact with the future video and watch the videos for more than 50% of the way through? We're looking for the goons. We're looking for them true goons. We're looking for the goons that enjoy this content. Hey, do the things. Interact. All right, let's keep it going.
Look at this. You see this up here? This is a tent that has been attached to a bridge. What? How is this possible? Look at this tent on this bridge. I have no words. I don't know what to say.
Wait, what? This is a homeless man living on top of a bridge and they just let him live? Like, I mean, think about who's going to go up there and, like, vacate him and evict him. There's no way. There's, like, no policeman. I don't get paid enough for this. I can totally see this. At the same time, maybe this is, like, true construction happening and this is how they prevent, you know, things from falling on the people underneath or something. I have many questions. Is this real? Is this real? Man, this guy is living the real high life, man. He's the one. He's the main character on that bridge.
Something dark is going on at this gym for the elite. This was posted by TikToker Life with Linz. She was invited to do an athletic challenge, and even though she was hurt, she ended up winning. She won a free month at this $10,000 a month New York City private members club that advertised themselves to be like a gym. The second she joined, things started to become bizarre. She was injured, so she asked to delay when she started this trial. They said, yeah, no problem, but then the second she gave all her information and wanted to actually join, they wouldn't let her. Eventually, she finally got in. The entire first week she was there, they said that they had to do experiments on her, like very invasive medical testing. They promised her the results at the end of the month and then they ghosted her. This left her scammed and confused about why they spent all this time doing these tests and then refused to give her her results. A lot of people think that this might be a data mining operation, or perhaps even a big scam. If you're interested in hearing theories about what gym it might be, and there's an update on the case too, and I also have other theories about what might have been going on, you can head over to this video here. If you don't want to hear a summary of her video, started at 10:23.
Okay, this is interesting. I am probably never gonna pay 10 grand to get into any private fitness thing. Do I look like a fit guy? You stop it. You stop it. I'm a big, large Indian man. You don't know. You don't know. But I need to go back to the gym. Maybe paying the 10 grand is the way that you go back. Like, yo, you're not gonna go to the gym. You're paying 10 grand for it. Oh boy. Oh boy, I had many questions. Then there's those guys that like signed up for Kanye's church and they were paying like 10 grand a month. Man, where are people getting this kind of money that they can just... All right, very, very interesting. I have many questions still.
Nobody watching the news right now? Why are we not talking about how absolutely insane it is that your tongue's just in your mouth at all times? Just sitting there. Where are you supposed to put it? Where's it supposed to go? Feels kind of out of place now that you think about it, huh? Normally you're not aware of it the same way that normally you're not aware of your nose and your peripheral vision, but it's there 24/7 all the time. You can see it. There it is. You got it. You see it now. It's going to be a while before you unsee it too. Normally your eyes kind of naturally edit that out for you the same way that naturally you're breathing and blinking are on autopilot, but not anymore. Now that you're in control. Full control. How fun is that? I gave you full control of everything. You're welcome. Doesn't it feel good to have full access of your skin? Everything inside of it? All those juices and meats? Everything's all wet and floating around in there. Who knows what else is in there? Lurking in your very walls. It's fun, right? It's fun. It's like, you know, you kind of get itchy from the inside thinking about it. And you want to crawl out, but you can't. You can't. You're trapped. You're trapped inside just kind of watching everything unfold. And it's like, is my soul my mind and my mind my body? Is it all connected? Is none of it connected, right? Is it a simulation? Is there a God? What's it all for? What's the point? Isn't that fun? It's fun. It's fun, right?
Yeah. You got me thinking about all the things, buddy. You did it. You did what you intended to do with this video. I'm thinking a lot now. And I'm going, hey, I'm not a Teddy. I'm just the person that's observing Teddy doing the things. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. There's many Teddys in here, and I'm just the observer that's watching all the Teddys play out. And this Teddy right now is recording a video for the goons. And then there's other Teddys that's bad, and there's other Teddys that keep hitting the like and arrow. Don't stop. They just keep going and going and going. Like, Teddy, simmer down. You can't hit the like forever. You gotta come back to reality, buddy. No, it's the Matrix. Sorry, I'm smiling. All this makes me think of is this, like, there's some room where you literally can hear, like, nothing. It's, like, supposed to be the most soundproof room in the world, and people say they can't even last a minute in there because they hear everything from their body, their breathing. They hear, like, every little sound from their heartbeat to, you know, literally their blood pumping, and it freaks them out that they all tap out. So I'm like, bro.
Y'all need to pay attention. Your focus can keep people safe. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is so big. If you get what I'm saying, I went back and forth about posting this, and I'll get into why in a second. We'll also get into what you saw on the screen a minute ago as well. So for some reason, the spotlight is stalking Justin Bieber again. But I fear this time there may be a purpose. I'm having to situate myself certain places on the screen to keep this video allowed. But there is something significant right behind my head, and it says, if you're reading this, then it's already too late. This is a music video that Justin Bieber did last year, and there's subliminals throughout the entire video. If you're reading it, then it's already too late, means subliminally they know why you would go back and decode his videos. Please tell me you understand. I'm telling you, you need to go look at the still frames from this video. Same video, here's Justin, look what's on his face, what's going on right now? Which tells us now was the time the video was pointing to. The symbolism. Regardless what you hear, the owl is Moloch, and Moloch is the future form of Baal. People who say otherwise are just wrong. I've been studying this up for 13 years. And right here we see, of course, two demons on his shoulders. You do know this is actually physical though, right? Not all things are in the spiritual. And the graphic design on his shirt. Look, Justin is a victim and he doesn't even like people making videos about him. But like I said at the beginning, you watching him can keep him safe. Making sure everyone's aware of the subliminals so they keep eyes on him can keep him safe. And pray for this man, he needs it.
Oh, why does he look like way older than I remember? Man, he looks like he's getting some wrinkles and really turned an old man over there. What's happening there? What's this look too? Like, what's with all these like baggy attire and large clothing? Like, what is going on here? Interesting. I've actually watched the video and heard the music as well. And when it comes to Justin, he's hurt. He's hurt. He was hurt by the system. And, you know, I haven't heard any new music from Justin. I feel like there's stuff that's going to come out and he could be the one. He could be the one that's telling us like, hey, they did this to us and they're doing this to many kids. And this is why I'm not for this style, you know. Maybe that's why there's not new music coming out. He's just fed up with the industry. I have many questions. I keep getting more and more questions. We need to make a list of questions.
I have a question. How do they build underwater tunnels? Like, how does the water not flow in? The Channel Tunnel is one of the longest undersea tunnels, and workers actually started digging here, 45 meters under the seafloor. They built giant waterproof tunnel digging machines, weighing over 1,000 tons. And as they dug, they reinforced the walls with steel and concrete to withstand these insane pressures and keep the water from seeping in. The craziest part to me, though, is that the British and French were digging from opposite sides, so they had to line up perfectly. They even looked at fossils to make sure that they were at the right depth, and after 6 years, they finally met in the middle. Follow for optimistic science and tech stories.
Oh, wow. That is neat. I did not know that's how, wow. That's literally like, have you ever seen the picture of like the bridge where like the engineers had it wrong and the bridge doesn't connect? They did this one perfectly. The engineering was spot on. Can we get this in now in modern times? How are we doing now? Or did we lose the tech? What's happening? Wait, so this wasn't only in... Man, this literally feels like a world fair in London or something, you know? But the pictures, the way the individuals are, and they seem like they were painted in or something. It doesn't seem like an authentic photograph, but the buildings do appear to be more realistic. I have heard, like, hey, it was hard to capture, like, human beings in pictures and they would get put in, like, post, but at the same time, what are we seeing here? Where was this in London? When was this? R908? None of this making sense. What year was R908?
The world would honestly be a much better place if Disney XD never fell off. During the good portion of the 2000s, Disney's male demographic was absolutely being dwarfed by their female audience because most of the content they were pushing out onto their network was geared more towards girls. So to combat this, Disney decided in 2009 that they're going to create a network that caters more towards boys called Disney XD. The only way Disney XD could be created was to wipe out two of their old networks, Toon Disney and Jetix. The best way to describe the Disney XD experience was a bunch of banger shows that involved extreme sports like karate, skateboarding, fighting weird things on islands, and a good handful of low-quality shows that ran 2 seasons too long. Something that gets overlooked when talking about Disney XD is that it wasn't a chauvinistic network because most of the female leads in their shows were absolute beasts. An episode of Kickin' It would not be an episode of Kickin' It if Kim Crawford was not kicking somebody in the face. And that other chick, Michaela from Pair of Kings, did pretty much the same thing too, but with a machete. But unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end because as of March 31st, 2022, only 4 countries still air Disney XD through their cable. If you search what happened to Disney XD, pretty much every response that comes up is that Disney Plus launching in 2019 was the key factor in killing it. Much like the way Disney XD killed Toon Disney and Jetix back in the early 2000s, Disney Plus is doing the same thing. It's truly sad to admit, but Disney...
Man, I miss this time. That was a wonderful time. Now I get Disney Plus where I gotta pay in order to see the shows that I want. I was turned everything to pay. It used to all be free, and now they keep adding layers and layers of payment systems in order to see the things. And you pay even more to go ad-free, and now it's coming to YouTube. And I remember when YouTube used to be... Sorry, I used to watch that show. What was that? Cory in the House? Was that part of Disney XD? I like that show. Was that Disney? Oh, it was a good show.
Here's Jaden Smith at some event with a castle on his head. Explain this. Why do you have a castle on your head, Jaden? You know, people are just living inside the castles inside of their brain, and I just want to show everyone that you're No, because we're building walls. You're a fat Jaden. Take the castle off your phone. If your dad wasn't so busy simping, he'd beat you to that.
Wait, the last one was definitely a filter that Jaden Smith was using. He wasn't crying like that. There's like a filter that makes you look like you're crying, and that's what he was using. But looks like Andrew's calling him out here. Yeah, Will, let's check in on Jaden. Let's make sure everything's okay. But then again, Will, are you okay? I'm just asking. We're going to do 3 more.
We as a species are about to enter a very large threshold correction. People are sensing it in the deeper layers of their field and calling it the shift, the reset, many things. Ultimately, what this is the knowledge deep within yourselves that any expansion without a solid foundation will not stand. There are many systems in our current reality which are completely imbalanced. This will be corrected. You can make it more gentle for yourself by beginning to do those corrections now. We're more powerful as a collective in this regard, to be honest, because as much as we do individually, if we are all collectively using, for example, a system or a technology which is inherently exploitative and destructive to the earth, there's nothing else left for you if the earth is destroyed. And it really won't be Earth that is destroyed. Earth will prevail no matter what. This is a merciful correction to ensure a balance going forward. Anything that is imbalanced in your life in terms of how much it's taking from you, for example, if you're exploiting yourself or destroying yourself with some consumptive behavior, for example, begin looking to that now. Then the threshold correction will not be as harsh to you.
Man, she's not the only one. Many of these life coaches, spiritual leaders, they all saying the things, hey, we're entering correction. Hey, a reset is happening. A transcendence is coming. Hey, this one's saying 10 to 15 years. Others say it's like next month, I really hope all this stuff happens, because if it doesn't, then what's the next thing you're going to say? I'm like, hey, regardless of how you feel in your timeline, I hope spiritually, mentally, and physically that you do progress and that we continue. It'd be horrible if it really was a correction and reset and all this stuff happened. But at the same time, if that's what needs to happen for the earth to move on to its next chapter, and that's what needs to happen. We know there's been many earth chapters before, and we're just another chapter that's continuing. Hey, let's see what the future chapters are.
Horror movies that were really cursed, part 1. Annabelle Comes Home. During the filming of the movie, there were doors that were opening and closing, and there were shadowy figures that were spotted on location. When the whole cast was together on set for the first time, the lights went out and they asked, Annabelle, are you there? The lights then turned back on and Grace McKenna's nose started to bleed. But as soon as she left set, her nose stopped bleeding. Production notes also state that a piano bench moved around without explanation, and that while visiting the set, a journalist's watch went haywire, skipping hours ahead. Fall for our next horror movie.
Oh my God. I love the Conjuring universe. I love the Annabelle storylines as well. I've seen all of them. I love James Wan as a director. I'm really big fan. This is interesting. It seems like most horror movies have some kind of creepy background that happens, or like things happen that are just unfortunate when they make these horror movies, or they just telling those stories so that way we go watch it and be like really get spooked out. Man, there's an audience for horror movies, and I'm definitely one of them. I'm part of the audience for horror movies. What are the horror fanatics called? Do they have a name? Interesting. We're gonna do one more to end them all.
This is the mysterious blue hole found in Castilia, Ohio. Today is known as a fishery, but in ancient times, this was known as the Fountain of Youth. This was a very spiritual place. Let's keep going.
We're coming up on a spring called the Blue Hole. The Blue Hole supplies the hatchery with 2,000 to 8,000 gallons of water per minute, depending on the season. The water is very low in oxygen and high in nitrogen.
Wait, why is the water low in oxygen and high in nitrogen? What makes the water like that? What's really happening? Is this the Tuck Everlasting water yet again? Oh boy, that's it. You drink the water and you live forever. That's all you got. I have many questions. So this is a fishery, a hatchery? What is this? So there's like fish in there? What's that? When he went underwater, I didn't see any fish in there. There was all kind of weird spookiness in there and be oddly blue. Why is it so blue? I have many questions still. Oh boy, my God, I'm going to have to go back and start making that list of questions and then go through every video and be like, these are all the Teddy questions I've ever came up. Hey, guess what? You made it to the end. Hey, how'd you do? Are you having many questions just like me, or are you stuck spelling? You stop it. You know you're not supposed to be spelling. You're supposed to let me spell, and you keep doing the watching. What are you doing? You stop it. Hey, listen, there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Triple G's. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.